Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the Fender Eliminator. We'll be removing this right here to give it a nice clean look. First off, I'm going to cut this video up into pieces, but we will be removing these three bolts. This one, and this one. And then I went ahead and took these off. I will be removing, you see this little latch right here? We'll just pull it back. These three wires right here, 1, 2, and 3, are on the side right here. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that as well. And I'll show you what wires we'll be disconnecting. They're going to be for the blinkers themselves, this one and this one, and for the light, the license plate light. I'll go ahead and remove those, and then I'll show you how it looks right after. Alright guys, I went ahead and disconnected the three wires. It's going to be these three right here, the blinkers, and the tail light, the light for the license plate. And here are the connectors right here. They're all three. They're literally on the sidewall of the fairing. So you got to be careful that you don't pull them all the way down. Make sure you have some needle nose pliers to make sure they don't not go all the way down. And I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the mud flap or whatever the hell this is. And then I'll go ahead and connect the Fender Eliminator. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm taking off the 4 bolts. There's 2 right here and 2 right here. As soon as I take those off, I'm going to be able to pull off the wires and remove it, okay? Just want to give you a quick update. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see where the other 2 bolts were. One right there, one right here. And the other 2 are right there. Once I loosen that up, I'll be able to slide these right through. Alright, so we got the 2 bolts from our Fender Eliminator with the washers. Shiny part up, rigid part down, facing down on the top, not the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and get our Fender Eliminator kit, this right here. This is going to be facing outward towards the street. And then we're going to get this part. If you look at it, it literally fits perfectly as so. Once you put it on there, it's going to fit perfect. And it literally goes right down here. Just right there. Boom. We'll go ahead and bolt those up and we should be good. Alright, as you can see, I went ahead and put those bolts in. There are no wires there yet because I have yet to put the integrated tail light, which I will be doing next. But there is your Fender Eliminator kit, and if you could see it, look how clean that looks. Nothing else on there. Clean look. I will be doing the integrated taillight next. And hopefully I'll be able to connect the wires. The light to the license plate, I'm not able to put it on yet. But I will be putting it on once I get my license plate because I still have the paper plates. And then I'll go ahead and do an update on that. Alright, stand by. Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed the rest of the Allens. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5 or 6? I'm pretty sure it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I went ahead and lift these corners up till you hear the pop. Once you hear the pop, you grab this. I already pulled it out, but you grab this and push towards you, and this will happen. Alright, so far so good. Alright guys, I don't know if you could see it, but I am going to remove these 2 10mm screws right here. This one right here. I don't know if you could barely see it. Hold on. This one right there. And where you at? Where you at, little guy? This one right there in that little corner. I already loosened them up. Sorry for the focus. I loosened them up. And I'm going to go ahead and take them off, okay? Remember to keep these things together. This is the one that's going to be holding your wire, so when you take it off, make sure to put it back on. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled it off. As soon as I took those 10 millimeters off, it just slid out. And I disconnected the main one, which would be this one for the tail light. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and set it back in. It's not that hard. You just set it back in there. Run the wires through this side and go ahead and connect them on. So as you can see, these don't have the rubber grommets. This one do. I went ahead and took one off. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take off the other one. Alright, flip this over. I'm going to pull this off. Sorry guys, I do have one hand, so it is kind of hard. Oh, there it is. Alright. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Okay. And there's next to the other one. And this seal, the grommet, which goes right there, you go ahead and take it off the same way. Just basically grab it from this side and push it through. And once you're done, you're going to go ahead and switch them off to this side. Okay? Alright. Be right back. So I went ahead and put the groms on there. And then the little metal part, I put them on top. Right there. So the tail light is going to be going like this. Right in through here. Make sure these wires are going this way and not that way, okay? Because they're going to run through here to connect right here. You got to make sure it lines up perfectly with the lines. It literally fits in. If you look at it, you got to make sure it fits in perfect. You'll hear the clips once you hit it perfectly inwards. See that? Just make sure it goes in right. I went ahead and before I connected it, I went ahead and put the wires on. Tried the blinkers with the left side. Make sure I connected it right. If it wasn't blinking, then I changed out the wire from the two that we had over here. And I made sure that both of them were working as they're supposed to. I'm going to put on the relay next. The relay is right there. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to put it on and everything. Shouldn't be that hard. And then I'll put on the 10 millimeter bolts, all 6 of them. And the part that goes back here. And then the cover. Alright, so this is a new relay. When you do take it off from here, it is going to have, you're just going to push it down and it'll pop back out. We're going to go ahead and take off this ground right here. This one right here. And we're going to put it on the new one. See, just as the same way as it is. We're going to go ahead and add it onto this right here. It's going to end up right here. And it'll go ahead and clip on once you put it on. Alright, so I went ahead and put on the new one. Put on the plastic thing that was on the old one that went on here. You just take it off and put it on the new ones that's on here. Make sure you put it on the lower one. There'll still be a top entrance, and that's to go ahead and put it on this right here. I don't know if you could barely see it, but there it is. Check it out. You see that? The top one will go for this, and the lower one will go for this right here. Once it's connected, make sure it's good, and then go ahead and try out your lights. And if you notice it, they're blinking slowly now. See that? Not bad. Alright, so I'm done. I went ahead and put the seat back on. Put on this back like I was showing you guys. Make sure the clips coincided with this panel and this fairing as well. And then I went ahead and slowly put this fairing back on because it was very, very difficult. And since they're flimsy, you do not want to break them as it is. They kind of warp a little. But I did not over tighten the Allen wrenches, the Allen bolts, because you will break them. Just keep them a little bit on the loose side. That's basically how it looks. Babe, could you press the brake on it, please? Press the brake. And that's how it looks if you press the brake. Brake. Press it. Yeah. The brake. There you go. Jesus. Again. Let it go. Press it. And that's how it looks, guys. And that is it. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment.